me all over the place.
Tornado!
Yeah, that's not a gustnado.
That's not a gustnado, that's a tornado.
On May 24th, 2023, we were starting our chase off just to the north of Tucumcari, New Mexico. The Storm Prediction Center had an enhanced risk for a narrow corridor along the New Mexico and Texas Panhandle border. They also put out a 5% chance of tornadoes in that same area. We ended up seeing a few tornadoes this day and got way too close to one of them. So sit back and enjoy the highlights from the chase. This time lapse was just to the north of Tucumcari, New Mexico. This is where we started the day off. We were watching all the storms merge together as they were trying to go up. It didn't take long for these storms to get going, and when they got going, boy did they put on a show. Our first stop was just to the southeast of Tucumcari, New Mexico.
Yep. Look at that right there.
Little gustnado right there in front of us. Look at that. Very cool. I think there's a tornado right here on the back end. Right here. Got another RFD over here. Gustnados happening all around us. But the area I'm looking at, I think right up in here is, this thing is wrapping.
Oh, look at this right out here.
Yep.
Gustnado right there.
Another gustnado.
Oh, that is a tornado right there.
Yep.
Listen to that.
Yep, that's not a gustnado.
That's not a gustnado, that's a tornado.
That's a tornado right there. Tornado throwing up dust. After seeing a couple gustnados and a brief tornado, we decided to go a little bit further south and watch the storm come towards us. There was a lot of vorticity coming off this storm. You can see little spin-ups everywhere. We couldn't stay here for long because we had a feeling once this storm hit the cap rock it was going to go nuts, and it did. So we drove south to get on top of the cap rock and watch the storm come towards us.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, gorgeous, right?
Yeah.
After standing here for a while and watching this beautiful wall cloud, we decided that we needed to drop a little further south because the storm was getting up on us quickly.
You're familiar?
Yes.
Oh, look at this bun right here, though.
We might tornado in a second here. Let me know. Well, yeah, you'll see it, are we? This might be a cool place to stop over here on the right.
This will be a great place to stop.
Because there's like a little field here.
Oh, look at this right here.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Shut it real fast. Right here. Use my phone.
Here's where we encountered our second tornado of the day, just to the north of Grady, New Mexico.
Oh, it is! Shit!
Tornado! All the cars are driving, this is a tornado!
After a brief touchdown, we hopped back in our car to get a little bit further south to stay out in front of this. Little did we know it was going to be the closest tornado intercept of the day in a few minutes.
Next one is going to be right next to us. It's not going to be far away at all.
It's heading this way.
Yeah.
Chaser convergence coming from every direction.
By this time, due to chaser convergence, the roads were getting very congested. This is something that you always have to pay attention to when you're out storm chasing. The amount of people on the roads and the road network can change your chase drastically. It's definitely important for your safety and the safety of others while you're out chasing.
There's the storm.
As we were driving through Grady, New Mexico, the leading edge of the storm was starting to go through town. It's important to note at this time as well on radar, we noticed that the storm was intensifying. So we decided to drop down to the southeast of Grady, New Mexico in hopes of seeing a monster tornado.
Have incredible inflow in this storm.
This was a great spot to stop, but unfortunately the tornado was tucked back in the rain. but we were about to figure out that we were in the path of this tornado. Just to be clear, we understand the next part was a mistake. We stayed here too long and the storm got on top of us, cutting out our options to leave. South was going to take us in the path of the tornado, north through the hail core, and we were somewhere in between. As a warning, this next part is pretty intense. We decided to put text at the bottom of the screen so you could know what we were thinking in real time.
0.1 mile. 0.1? 0.1. Micro speed. We're getting closer. Okay, it's right. It's coming right up here. This is our turn right here. You missed it. It was in the middle of the intersection. I can see it out there. Right there. I don't know, man. This wind's blowing me all over the place. I think we should sit. I think so too. Honestly, take this thing, go back north. Keep going north. That's it, yeah. Keep going north. That's safest right now. Just get behind the storm. I think we go where it happens. You're on the side of the road right now. Go this way, right here. Turn? Yeah. Here, we're in the road now. Alright, turn this way. Alright, we're facing north now. We're almost, nope, you're about to drive us into the ditch. Turn right. Turn right? Turn this way. We're on the side of the road here. There's a big tornado coming south. I don't want it to go north. Get north, okay?
There's the rumble strip.
Yeah, just use the rumble strip. Use the rumble strip. That's our play.
I'll get the right rumble strip because I'm on the right side of the road.
After 5 intense minutes of driving through the storm, we finally poked through to the back side. We somehow managed to not lose any of our windows, which was really awesome. That means that we could keep chasing, and in 2 days, we were going to see another 2 tornadoes, and these ones were very photogenic. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see that video when it comes out.